You can't control all the craziness that life throws at you, but there's one incredibly powerful thing you can control: your attitude. Every new day is an opportunity to change it. I spent 30 years stuck in negativity, and trust me, it gets you nowhere. But today, I'm going to show you how changing your attitude can literally change your life. It's not easy, but every day you have a choice. So which one will you make? Hi, my name's Ellis Michaels. I'm a writer, a musician, and a comedian who spent 15 years working in the mental health field, helping hundreds of young adults find direction, crush their goals, and go on to lead happy, fulfilling lives. Now, I'm here to help you do the same. No sugarcoating, no PC nonsense, just the truth. What you do with it is up to you. Attitude is everything. Let me say that one more time. Attitude is everything. One more time. No, I'm just kidding. Attitude really is everything. It's one of the most important things that there is. And by attitude, I mean your overall mindset, the way that you approach life, the way that you view the world, the attitude that you take on when you wake up out of bed. Every morning you're given a choice. You can choose negativity or positivity, a negative attitude or a positive attitude. It's up to you. And I can tell you from personal experience, I tried negativity for 30 years straight, and it got me no fucking where. Nowhere at all. Being negative it didn't do much. I mean, negativity closes doors. A positive attitude will open doors and move mountains. A negative attitude will just get you stuck wherever the fuck you are, and it's usually not a place you want to be. Look, I get it. It's not easy to be positive in a world overflowing with negativity. I mean, everywhere you look, there's just negativity everywhere, online and on TV, and it's just negative. But to be positive in a negative world, oh my God, it's hard. It's really fucking hard, but it's one of the most rewarding things that there is. You would be amazed how many people will just gravitate to you if you start acting more positively, if you start seeing things more positively, because people are attracted to that. It's that positivity will open doors like you wouldn't believe. See, the negative attitude sees roadblocks. They see obstacles. They see no future, nothing good up ahead. A positive attitude sees opportunities. A positive attitude sees ways around those obstacles. A positive attitude sees a bright future ahead. And that makes all the difference, because if you're thinking negative, if your attitude is negative and you just think, oh, the future's going to suck, then there's really no point in putting effort into anything if you just think everything is going to suck. But if you think that your effort is actually going to get you somewhere and you see the future as at least having the possibility to be positive, then you can start moving, and it's a lot easier to get stuff going. I mean, every day when you wake up, every day you're given a choice. You can choose to have a negative attitude or a positive attitude. You can choose how to approach the day. Do I want to be a fucking grumpy piece of shit, miserable, grouchy fucking Grinch that nobody likes and I'm just miserable all the time? Or do I want to try to approach the day with positivity and an open mind, treat people with respect and kindness and positivity and see where that goes? I guarantee if you're used to being negative and you try a day of positivity, you'll notice the difference. People will notice the difference. I mean, it's, like I said, it's not easy to be positive in a world where there's just so much negative shit going on. I mean, I'm just start talking. I could go on forever about all the negativity in this world, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to help you I don't want you to forget about the negativity. See, that's an important thing. That's kind of an important caveat to remember, is that you don't want to just pretend like there's no negativity in the world and it's all good, it's all positive, because then people are just going to walk all over you and you're just going to be naive. You need to understand that, there is a lot of negativity in this world and it's out there. But that doesn't mean you personally have to contribute to it. It doesn't mean you have to fall in line with it and you have to buy into it, You can keep a positive attitude in a negative world. And like I said, people will really, really, really gravitate to that because it's hard. And I often joke that one of the most punk rock things you can do in this world is to be loving, caring, and compassionate in a world that is so fucking cruel, cold, and negative. And it really takes a punk rock rebellious attitude to walk into a world so cold and negative with a big smile on your face and just treat everybody with kindness and respect, regardless. But yeah, positivity, it's not just a buzzword. I mean, PMA, bad brains. You got to keep that PMA, positive mental attitude. It's so important to keep that PMA. There will be days that suck. There will be days. I have these days too where it's impossible to get out of my head. Just the negative thoughts, just they go and they go and they go. We all have those days. But the more you get in the habit of trying to think positively about things, the easier it becomes, the more natural it becomes, the more days you have where you're filled with positivity instead of negativity. And it really does, it makes such a big difference. And like I said, for the first 30 years of my life, I was a negative motherfucker. I was miserable. But then when my son was born, I made all kinds of changes. I got clean. I started eating right, started going to the gym, I quit drinking, quit smoking cigarettes, tobacco cigarettes. And I started making all these changes, and I tried to start being more positive and started to see the world as possibilities instead of, just one hassle after the next. And it was hard at first. Those first few years were rough. But I kept going to the gym. I kept trying to improve my diet. I kept trying to learn. I kept trying to be more positive. And over time, I started finding myself feeling more positive, and not just faking it till I make it, but I was actually starting to see people and the world as a positive thing. People, especially, I always try to look for the good in people, because it's there. Even the worst fucking piece of shit asshole motherfucker has some good somewhere in him. And it comes back to, you don't want to forget about the negative. You don't want to overlook all the bad stuff, because that's how you get taken advantage of. Keep it in the back of your mind. If a person is a sociopathic, narcissistic, dark triad piece of shit, you probably should watch out for them. But that doesn't mean that you can't still look for the good in them and try to have positive interactions with them. But anyway, positivity. It just, attitude is everything. I can't state that enough. In fact, in the memoir I wrote a few years ago about living with Behçet's disease, it's a rare autoimmune disease I was diagnosed with decades ago. The first chapter and the last chapter, the first 3 words are, attitude is everything. Because as much as the book is about my journey with living with Behçet's disease, but it's also about my journey from being negative to being positive, and what a difference that makes. I mean, I'm 44 years old, and the last 10 to 15 years of my life have by far been the best years of my life. I've accomplished way more. I've traveled all over the world. I've started my several businesses. I'm making art, I'm music, and I'm doing all these things that I want to do. And it all stemmed from that attitude change, that change in mindset from negative to positive. And I'm telling you, if it takes a lot of work, it's not easy to just, if you've been seeing things negatively for a long time, it's hard to just start to be happy and positive. But it's a gradual thing, but you got to start. You got to start somewhere. But remember, every morning when you wake up, you have a choice of how you want to approach the day, what mindset you want to take on. You want to be negative or you want to be positive? Choice is up to you. I choose positivity now, and my life has become 1 billion times better because of it. What are you going to choose today? I'm going to assume you said positivity. Till next time, be well.